What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be looking at pre-season testing and previewing pre-season testing going into the 2025 Formula One season. I'm excited. Get ready. Roll the intro.
Daniel, thank you, Daniel. Go. Thank you, Daniel.
Alright guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the video, and today, like I said, we're going to be looking at pre-season testing, going through pre-season testing, what to expect for pre-season testing, and some of the questions we're going to have. Also, I am going to look at every single Formula One driver's helmet, rating them, telling which ones I like, which ones I don't like, which ones are going to be getting in half-scale form. As you guys know, I make 1.2 scale content for Formula One, getting driver signatures and stuff like that. So if you guys are new here, check those videos out if you guys want tips and, yeah, just stories on meeting Formula One drivers. So, straight off the bat, pre-season testing is 3 days in Bahrain. If you guys have been following F1 drivers on Instagram, they've been rocking up. Lance Stroll's posted. I think Lando Norris posted as well. A few drivers have posted. They've gone from England all the way to Bahrain. Obviously, some done some trips and stops in between. That's what's happening at the moment. Also, in Lewis Hamilton news, Angelo Collins has signed with Lewis once again, partnering up with him at Ferrari. That's also in Lewis Hamilton news, in the world of Lewis Hamilton. So that's, yeah, that's sort of what's going on at the moment in Formula One. Every single Formula One driver's helmet has been released. I'm looking at the screen right now, which I'll get into you guys very, very shortly. Right off the bat, I love the Dawn, I love the Stroll, I love the Antonelli, but we're going to talk about that very, very soon. Straight off the bat too, guys, Lewis Hamilton x Ferrari, that's what we're going to be waiting for in pre-season testing. Like I said, pre-season testing is made up of 3 days. It's about 8 hours of track action daily. Morning session, afternoon session. They break it up with the drivers. Obviously, you guys would already know this. Lewis Hamilton, Ferrari. I'm sure everybody can't wait to see Lewis Hamilton live on screen with Ferrari, working with Ferrari. And I don't know when they're going to put Lewis in the car. I don't think the schedule's been dropped yet at this point in time. But we're going to see Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari finally link up live on TV for the first time ever. Obviously, he's had the test and we've seen on board and stuff like that. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari for the first time together at an actual, I guess, F1 weekend. Obviously, the Australian Grand Prix is the first weekend, but the first sort of, like, I guess, proper work weekend for the 2025 Formula One season. So that's what we're going to be all looking forward to, Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari. I think that's on the top of everyone's list, seeing Lewis Hamilton x Ferrari happening. And Lewis Hamilton looks very, very motivated. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Obviously, he's got a 2-year contract, but I can see Lewis signing another 2 years with how motivated he looks and how fresh and refreshed he looks at the team of Ferrari. I think he's really enjoying himself at this point in time. So let's see what Ferrari can do. Ferrari is a very interesting subject, but we're going to talk about who will be the fastest car. Of course, I believe it's going to be McLaren. The McLaren are the favourites. Obviously, the Constructors' champions. I think they're going to be actually a mile apart of everyone by maybe a couple of tenths, where the rest, Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull, will be sort of similar. But I do think throughout the season, obviously everyone will close the gap. I think Ferrari will be like the second quickest team, but I just see Lando Norris maybe choking here and there. Me personally, Norris a great guy, no disrespect to the guy, but I just see that happening. Unless he can improve his driver's skills, becoming a world champion is a different level of fish than winning races, okay? And everyone knows that. To become world champion is just absolutely phenomenal. Verstappen's dealt with the pressure against a 7-time world champion, Lewis Hamilton, obviously beating him in 2021. And then doing absolutely amazing things once that pressure is off your shoulders. Obviously, getting your first win as Lando Norris, getting that pressure off your shoulders is absolutely amazing. And, you know, you can start winning more races, getting more poles, stuff like that. But winning a championship is a different kettle of fish. But like I said, McLaren, I feel like will be the favourites. I'm going to say Ferrari second quickest, maybe a tenth or a couple tenths off McLaren. And I'm going to go Red Bull, the third quickest team, with Mercedes in fourth. But I still think that's going to be very close between the 4 teams. We're going to see winning drivers from every single team. I think Antonelli's going to get his first Grand Prix win this year. But it's going to be very, very interesting to see how the season plans out. But like I said, McLaren are the favourites. Ferrari will probably be close up there. And then obviously Red Bull and Verstappen are going to be very, very competitive too. Verstappen going for his 5th title, about to equal Michael Schumacher's record of 5 consecutive world championships if he does successfully win the 2025 Formula One season. That's a little interesting fact for you guys. But yeah, like I said, McLaren definitely the favourites. I think Lando Norris is the favourite to become world champion. But listen, don't discount Oscar Piastri. If I had to go drivers championship, if I go, the favourite obviously is Hamilton. The favourite is obviously Lando Norris. I think the dark horse to win the championship would be Oscar Piastri. And out of all the 6 guys probably going to go for the championship, the worst contender or the worst performing driver, I would say, might be Kimi Antonelli. He won't be the worst in the sense of like really bad, but compared to other drivers, just because he's a rookie and stuff. But we're going to have to wait and see what happens. I'm a fan of Kimi Antonelli. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Also, in preseason testing, we've got to look out for the new rookies. Obviously, we've got Kimi Antonelli, as mentioned. We have Hazard, Gabrielletto, and Ollie Behrman, the rookies for this season. Oh, sorry, and Jack Doohan. Almost forgot Jack Doohan. And Jack Doohan, who are all the rookies for this season. Listen, first off, Jack Doohan, massive fan of his, been following him since Formula BMW, like I've mentioned to a lot of people. Love his helmet this year, once again. Obviously got the Alpine set off Mick Schumacher. I was a bit cut, but I do love Jack a lot, where I think he deserved to finally get his chance in Formula 1. He's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders, man. The first 3 to 6 races, he needs to be performing. This preseason testing needs to go perfect for him. No mistakes. To keep your head in, work with the team. We don't know what the car is going to be performance-wise, but just keep doing you. Try and outperform Gasly. It's going to be hard to outperform Gasly, but it's going to be a very, very big 6 upcoming weekends for Jack Doohan going into the season. I'm wishing him all the best, and I hope he does really, really well. But we're going to have to wait and see how Jack Doohan deals with the pressure at Alpine and the pressure of Formula 1. Then we got obviously Hazard, who's teammates with Yuki Tsunoda, who Yuki went down a little bit at the end of the season of 2024. I think that his confidence was a bit shot because he didn't get that Red Bull seat. But I guess that's good for Hazard if his confidence can be shot. Yuki, I think Yuki's going to find an exit anyway and leave the Red Bull program going into next season, just like Carlos Sainz did, which might prompt Hazard to actually stay no matter how he performs. I think we'll see Hazard for a full season. I think he'll do not too bad, but we're going to have to wait and see how his performance is. Like, do I rate him really highly like an Antonelli? Probably not. But obviously in Formula 1, you can excel no matter who you are. And obviously I'll give you an example, Michael Schumacher and Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Frentzen was supposed to be the next big thing. Michael Schumacher won 7 titles. There you go. Massive example. I'm not saying Hazard's going to win 7 titles, but I'm giving you an example how you can just excel in Formula 1. Of course, we've got Antonelli, who's teammates with George Russell. Could be fighting for a championship this year in his first season. Last person to do that is obviously Lewis Hamilton in 2007. It's a lot of pressure for the young Italian, only 18 years old. But sometimes when you're young like that and you're 18, you just excel with the pressure. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what Antonelli can do. I still think Russell will beat him long-term in the championship. But Antonelli, I'm very excited to see what he can do at Mercedes. Being, I guess, Mercedes' new golden boy. Will George Russell look for a way out? I don't know. But Antonelli, Mercedes, it's happening. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with that. Then, of course, we have Ollie Behrman. Listen, I'm very critical and very judgmental on Ollie Behrman. Do I think he deserved the hard seat? Well, there are better drivers out there, possibly. But at the end of the day, Ollie Behrman got it because of that little performance in Saudi Arabia. Was it a great performance? Yeah, it was very good. Was it amazing, like something that Verstappen could do? Probably not. Like Verstappen winning on his first time at Red Bull. Yes, it was his first time in a Formula 1 car. I get it. And not everyone can be Max Verstappen, but, you know, we'll see what he does, Behrman. Like I said, I've said it before in other videos. I wasn't too impressed when Behrman spun out in Brazil in the wet in 2024. Like it was, and a few rookies done the same thing. So I don't know. Sometimes when there's a rookie in the wet, you excel. Best example again, Max Verstappen in the wet in 2016. Just that when you get to these high pressure situations, how does the driver really react? Obviously, there was a lot of pressure for him in Saudi Arabia. I'm not going to knock him yet. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to see what he can do. Obviously, he's got a tough teammate in Ocon. But the rookies have a lot of work to do. And the final rookie I'm going to be talking about is Gabrielletto, who actually is a really talented driver. Looking at his junior career, sort of flew under the radar, to be honest with you. Not spoken about too much. He deserved the seat being F2 champion. I definitely agree. Obviously, I would have loved to see Mick Schumacher there. And I'm going to keep Mick in the mix and keep talking about Mick until Mick returns to Formula 1 because I think Mick deserves the seat in Formula 1. But yeah, he's going to see what Gabrielletto can do. I think that he's going to actually beat Nico Hülkenberg in the long season. And this could be Nico Hülkenberg's last season in Formula 1, if not second last, maybe. I don't know. I don't see Nico Hülkenberg performing for some reason. I think the car's not going to be the greatest at Sauber. That stake F1, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be very interesting to see what the future holds for them and Gabrielletto and Nico Hülkenberg. Now, obviously, the favorite, like I said, is McLaren, and my favorite would have to be McLaren as well. The dark horse going into this preseason testing, I'm going to say is Aston Martin. Aston Martin could be a bit under the radar, obviously not performing too great last season, but Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso look pretty optimistic, look pretty happy with the car they've got. I think they're really focused on next year as well, so I think we're going to see Aston Martin casually come up, maybe even potentially get podiums come the end of the 2025 Formula 1 season with Adrian Newey on board, maybe even announcing Max Verstappen with a $1 billion signing going into the 2026 Formula 1 season. But 2025, I think dark horse for this season is Aston Martin. And I'm going to say the worst team for me has to be, or will probably be Stake F1. But I still think the midfield is going to be very, very close. But I think Stake will just be behind the rest of the field, unfortunately for them. Right until Andretti comes in, I think Andretti and Stake will be competing at the back, unless Andretti can pull something out of the bag. But I'm really excited to see what Andretti can do as well when they come into Formula 1 with new team, couple of new drivers. And apparently there's a Chinese team. Don't really know the name. Forgot the name of them. but they're a Chinese team that want to try and make their way into Formula One too. Listen, I'm happy to bring another 2 more teams. That's another 4 more drivers have a chance to make Formula One. Listen, there's only 20 drivers in the world. Minimum for me, there should be 24 Formula One drivers, a minimum. That's my personal opinion. Give young kids a shot. Give kids a shot to have their dream of becoming a Formula One driver. And then, of course, if they excel, getting into the bigger teams, fighting for championships and stuff like that. Like I said, FIA, pull it out of your head, man. It has to be 24 teams minimum. My personal opinion. Back in 2010, absolutely amazing. You had at the back, you had the Virgin Racing. You had Caterham. You had what's the other team that was there? HRT. They were all at the back, sort of competing together. And that was their own little championship. And from there, you can pick the best drivers and move them into a midfield team, move them into a larger team, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I personally believe there should be 24 drivers on the Formula One paddock. That's my personal opinion. But I want you guys to tell me down below who the favorites are for you guys in the constructors, the dark horse, and the worst team. And then if I go for actual drivers, the favorite for me has to be McLaren's Lando Norris to win the championship. The dark horse to win the championship, I've said like before, Oscar Piastri. And the worst out of the 6, like I've said before, I think Kimi Antonelli. So that's like sort of my picks for the, I guess, drivers and constructors championship. We're going to have to wait and see, of course. I think the 2025 season is going to be probably the best season we've ever got in Formula One history. And 2021 was absolutely mega and absolutely amazing. I just think it's going to be so close between a lot of these drivers that we're going to have such a great season. Such high talent in Formula One at the moment. Obviously, 2010 was very, very similar. So many drivers in the championship hunt. And the thing is, it's not like, because in 2010, we sort of felt like, okay, so 2012, for example, I always thought Vettel was going to be champion, even though it was close between him and Alonso. I always knew Vettel was just a bit too far ahead, a step ahead. This season, I think Verstappen, talent-wise, is a step ahead of everybody, but I don't think the car is going to be there. So it makes it very, very interesting. Listen, Verstappen come out with his 5th title, and if he does, there's going to be debates that that Verstappen could be the 3rd best driver of all time. I don't know. I can talk about it if he does win a 5th title consistently, obviously with the car that he's got. We're going to have to wait and see. Pretty much a waiting game. We're all speculating, but the 2025 season is getting closer and closer. Now, of course, we're going to look at the helmets of the 2025 Formula One grid. Of course, F1 have released the actual helmets of the drivers, every single driver. Now, Norris, Piastri, let's start with the top row. Lando Norris obviously having a very same or similar helmet as last year. I'm happy because I don't have to spend money on his 2025 helmet. Obviously, it looks the same, so I don't want to spend money on it in the sense where I can save money because I want to buy other helmets. Obviously, collecting mini helmets is not cheap. You're spending 350 Australian dollars a pop. So Norris has got the same. Obviously, I like it, but it is the same. And then we have Oscar Piastri, very similar to last year, but he's got more black in it. I like it. Definitely going to be buying that in my 1.2 scale collection. Charles Leclerc's helmet, more white on it. Like it as well. Definitely going to get that in my helmet. Lewis Hamilton's first year at Ferrari, the yellow. What do you want me to say? Love it. I'll be getting it. Max Verstappen's 2025 championship helmet. I absolutely love it as well. Very similar to last year, but I started looking at the colors and all that, and it's similar, but not too similar. Very similar to his actual karting helmet, his dad's helmet. Absolutely love it. One of my favorites. Then we have Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson has always bring out great helmets. Love it as well. Actually, I think it's probably one of the best. I will be looking at them and giving you guys my top 3 or even top 5. We have George Russell, similar to last year. Not much more I can say. It is a nice helmet, but it is similar to last year. Kimi Antonelli actually bought this in 1.2 scale. Love it. Awesome. Going to be bringing it to the Australian Grand Prix. Heads up for you guys. Fernando Alonso, similar to last year. Obviously, Alonso's got his unique design and very similar to last year and the year before. Obviously, actually nearly the same. Cool helmet. I've already got one in Hardstyle, very, very similar, so I'm not going to be worried about getting that this year. Lance Stroll, I really do love all of his helmets. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a Stroll fan. But yeah, love it. Pierre Gasly's is pretty cool. It's not my favorite thing I've ever seen, but it is very, very cool. Then we have Jack Doohan. Love it. I've been loving Jack Doohan's helmets since Formula 2, Formula 3, since he's been racing in the junior motorsports. Then we have Esteban Ocon's helmet. Love it again. Very similar to last year's. I actually got his last year's helmet in 1.2 scale. Came in the delivery mail a day or two ago. Done a video on that on Instagram. Check that out. Follow me on Instagram. Bearman's actually pretty cool, surprisingly. I'm not going to knock it. I actually do like it. Yuki Tsunoda's similar to last year with the white. Still cool. Don't know if I'll be getting it. Hazard will be getting it because it's rookie season. Cool helmet. Not the best thing I've ever seen, though. Carlos Sainz, really do like it. It was one of my favorites that has been released. I love the blue, and I think that makes the Spanish flag pop on the side. Alex Albon, similar to last year. Probably won't be buying it, but it is an okay piece. Nico Hulkenberg is pretty cool. I do like it, but I don't really collect. When I don't really like the driver too much, or they're not my favorite driver, I won't be collecting too many of them. And then Bortoletto's, Mate, the Senna tribute's absolutely sick, absolutely awesome. It's hard to pick a top 3 here. If I do to pick a top 3 just looking, I'm going to go Jack Doohan, Liam Lawson, Borroletto, because I love that Senna design. But then if I do 2 more helmets, I'm going to go Hamilton, either Verstappen or Stroll. I don't know. I love both of them. I love Verstappen and Stroll's helmet. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm picking for those. And you can actually vote here, apparently. Oh, here we go. We'll select your favorite driver's season helmet. Okay. What is my favorite? I don't know if it's Borroletto's, the Senna tribute, or is it Jack Doohan for me? Or Hamilton's yellow is really sick. I'm going to go the Senna tribute. I love it. 6%. Yeah, let's have a look. And Lewis, of course, Lewis got the most votes. Yeah, I can listen. I can appreciate it. That's pretty much where everyone's sort of voting. You Netflix fans love it, don't you? Yeah, all right. So 2025 season is around the corner, guys. I'll be covering preseason testing day 1, 2, and 3 on my channel, posting shorts, posting actual videos. Get ready for it. I don't think I'll be streaming anything, but I will be making consistent content talking about what the heck is going on in the world of preseason testing and Formula 1. Sitting on my ass, getting my notebook out, and writing a bunch of notes and updating you guys maybe every hourly and then stuff like that. Guys, preseason testing is around the corner. Get ready for the 2025 season. This is a little warm up to preseason testing. I'm excited. You should be too. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, get ready for preseason testing, and I'll see you guys in my next Formula 1 video. Thank you.